Ad-darsu samin al-masdar. Al-masdar. Lesson number 8, al-masdar. Okay, what is this masdar? Masdar is a very important concept in Arabic word. Masdar is very important concept. What is this masdar? Okay, before I talk about the masdar, I want to give you these examples. Okay, for example, I have to, okay, give me the word for pray. Pray. What is the Arabic word for pray? Give me as many words as you can.
Solat.
Salat. Okay, good. The first word is salat. Okay. Yes. So we write the first word. Sod, lam, alif, ta. Okay, good. This means prayer, right? Or pray. Pray or prayer. Okay, we'll come to that. Okay, and other words to say pray.
Salla.
Salla. Salla. We say salla. Sad, lam. Okay, good. This is another word. Other word. Another word.
Doa.
Doa. Okay, good. Doa. Okay. Yes. Doa. The meaning of doa, pray. That is the English translation of the word doa. Yes, when you say doa to Allah, we pray to Allah. Yes, you are correct. But I do not want this word doa. I want to use pray in the sense of we do this Allah takbir, the prayer, not the doa. But this one can be for other example. How do you say I pray? In your niyat.
Usalli.
Usalli, yeah, you say usalli. Okay, so okay, enough. So we have these words. We have salah, we have salah, we have usalli, or you can say yusalli, salah, yusalli, and these two are similar. Usalli and yusalli. Okay. Which one is fi'l? Out of these three, which one is the fi'l?
Solat.
Salah is the fi'l. Do you have any other fi'l? Yes, sahih. Salah is the fi'l. Another fi'l. There is another fi'l here. Another verb. Is it salah or is it yusalli or usalli? So we consider this one word. Is it salah or is it usalli or yusalli? Which one is another fi'l? Yusalli. So this is also a fi'l. Okay, good. Yes, correct. This is fi'l because this is fi'lun madin. Past tense, fi'l madin, salah. This is fi'l because this is fi'lun mudari'un. Okay, I am praying or I pray. You say usalli. Salah, sallaitu, I have prayed. Now, okay, so what about this? What about this? Is this a fi'l? This is not a fi'l. This is not a fi'l. Therefore, since this is not a fi'l, you cannot say in a sentence, you cannot say ana salatu zuhri. Why? Because salah is not a verb. You are not saying I pray zuhr. No, salah here is referring to the action of the prayer. That is the action, but not the verb. Okay, so you have to use either the word salah or the word yusalli. So for example, you say ana sallaitu. If you want to use a past tense, then you say ana sallaitu. Or you can say ana usalli in the present. Usalli as zuhri, but not ana salatu zuhri. So this is the important where you need to differentiate between the verb, the fi'l, and also the noun, or what we call as the masdar. So what is the masdar? Masdar is actually the noun version of the verb, or I normally use the word the verbal noun. It is a noun, but it comes from a verb, and it has the meaning of the verb. And what is the difference? The difference, of course, number one, it is not a verb. Okay, now I give you the difference between the two. Masdar versus al-fi'l. What is the difference between the two? Masdar and al-fi'l. Okay, just now I said that masdar, this is a verbal noun. So it is a noun, not a verb, it is a noun, but has the meaning of a verb. What is the difference between these two, fi'l and masdar? Okay, number one, Okay, first we talk about the similarity between the two. Fi'l and masdar, they are both similar in terms of one thing. They have an action. Something has happened. There is an action. There is something happened. So for example, when we say Salah, of course, something happened. People praying. People are praying. Salah. So you have that action. And the word action in Arabic is called hadas. Hadas. Do you remember when we were small, we learned about the hadas? In Malay, we call it hadas kecil, hadas besar. Al-hadasul asghar wal hadasul akbar. Okay, what is that hadas? What do you understand by the word hadas? In fiqh, we have the concept of hadas. So before we pray, we need to make sure that we are all clear from hadas. We do not carry hadas. We don't have any hadas. But what is the concept of hadas? No answer, right? Because this is something quite difficult to explain. Some people said hadas is similar to dirt, to najis. No, hadas is not najis. Hadas, this is what hadas is. Hadas is actually an action. Something happened. So when we say hadas asghar, the small hadas, it means something small happened, something not that important. Okay, you can simply take your ablution and then it's done. Okay, but when it is hadas akbar, the bigger hadas, then of course you cannot just simply take ablution. You have to have a bath, right? So that is why it is called the hadas akbar. So hadas akbar, of course, everybody knows the example, like women when they had period. So these are all the hadas akbar. Okay, so that is the meaning of hadas. So in the grammar, when we say hadas, when we say fi'il must have an action. There must be a hadas. Similarly, for the masdar, in the masdar, you will have a hadas as well. There is an action. Something has happened. Okay, so that is a hadas. But this is the similarity. But what is the difference? The difference is that when we say it is a fi'il, it must have zaman. It must have time. When did you do it? When do you do it? Now, or before this, in the past or in the future. That is why for the fi'il, due to this zaman, we further divide the fi'il into fi'il madi. What else? Fi'il madi, fi'il mudhari, and also fi'il amar, right? Because yes, because fi'il has time, has zaman. But for masdar, you do not have any zaman. There is no zaman because we are not saying he is doing or was doing. No, we do not want to say that. We just want to mention. We want to talk about the action, the action of prayer, the action of praying. For example, you want to say praying is wajib. So do you say as-salat, salah, or yusalli? Of course, you cannot say yusalli because you don't want to say he is praying, I am praying. You just want to talk about the action. So then you have to use the masdar. So this is the concept of the masdar. Okay, so I hope you will understand more when we go to the example. So again, masdar is the noun, the verbal noun, and fi'il is the verb. And these two, for normally whenever you have a verb, you will have a masdar. Whenever you see a masdar, you will have a verb. So you should know what is the masdar for this verb, or what is the verb for this masdar. This is our topic. So we want to identify the masdar of each verb, right? So that is number one. Okay. Any question before I proceed? Okay. Okay, good. Yes. Okay. Now we look at the misal. Iqra al-amsilat al-atiyah. Read the following amsilah. Misal. Number one. Rakam wahid. Laisa lakum illa sidqu. Laisa lakum illa sidqu. Here it means laisa, not. It is not for you. It means that you cannot do anything. So this is the loose translation of the phrase. Laisa lakum illa, except as-sidqu, except to be truthful. As-sidqu is to be truthful. So you cannot do anything else except to be truthful. This is the meaning of the sentence. So here, what we want to see is this word, as-sidqu. As-sidqu, the meaning is to be truthful. It is like a verb, but this is not a verb. What is the verb? The verb is this. So please write the verb as well. So every time if we see a verb, we need to know what is the, sorry, every time we see a masdar, we need to know what is the verb. So this is the sidqu is the masdar, and the verb is this sadaqa, as in sadaqallahul azim. Allah is truth, is saying the truth, is truthful in his saying. Now, sadaqa. So when you want to use it in a verb form, then you have to say sadaqa. For example, we say Muhammad has said the truth. Muhammad sadaqa. Muhammad is truthful. Muhammad sadaqa. But if you want to just mention the attribute of the purple, or as-sidqu, then as-sidqu is good. Being truthful is good. Okay, so sidqu is the masdar, sadaqa is the verb or is the fi'il. Okay, so now we just look at the masdar and the fi'il. Number 2, akmala asyabu dirasatahu ikmalan jayyidan. Akmala means completed. The youth has completed his study. Dirasa, study. Okay, the youth has completed his study. Ikmalan jayyidan, completely, a good completion. Ikmal is actually from this word. Complete, completed. This is the noun. This is the masdar. Completion. Good completion. He has completed it well. So this is the meaning of the sentence. So here the word ikmal, this is the masdar. Ikmal is the masdar, and what is the verb? The verb is akmala. So if you look at the two words, they have similar meaning. Akmala, completed, and this is the process of completing it. Okay, or completion. Now, so this is the masdar. So in our lesson later, we will try to learn the formula to find out the masdar, and it will be using all the wazan. It will be using the wazan. There will be some special wazan for this. Number 3, intadhara Ahmad sadiqahu. Ahmad has waited. Ahmad waited for his friend. Intazara, wait. He waited for his friend. Intizaran tawilan. Tawilan. Intizar is coming from this word. This is the verb, the fi'il. This is the masdar. And what is the meaning? Waiting, the process of waiting. So this is the fi'il, wait, and this is waiting long. She has waited for him for a long time. Intizaran tawilan. So intizar is the masdar, and the verb, the fi'il, is intazara. So you must have these two, fi'il and also masdar. And number 4, another example. Istaghfartullah. I sought for Allah's forgiveness, or I sought of forgiveness from Allah. Istaghfartu. Istighfar. Yeah? So istaghfartu, istaghfara, this is the fi'il. Istaghfara, seek for forgiveness. Istighfaran nadimin. This is the masdar. The one that we always say, istighfar, istighfar. That is actually the action of doing istighfar. But the fi'il itself is istaghfara, or normally we say astaghfirullah. That is the fi'il. But this is the noun, the process of saying istighfar. Istighfaran nadimin. So the way the repentant people, the repentant, how do they seek for forgiveness from Allah? That is the way I'm seeking forgiveness of Allah. Meaning that I sought forgiveness similar to the way of those people Nadimin here is not repentant. Nadimin here, Nadim. What is Nadim? Nadima mean they are what is the English word for this? I forgot. Apa tu? Yang menyesal. What is the word for menyesal? Regret.
Regret.
Yes, the regret. Nam. Those who regret. Nadim. Yes, you see. Nadima. Nam. So the way I sought forgiveness is similar to the way those people sought for forgiveness of Allah. So the word istighfar, is masdar, and istaghfara is the fi'il. Okay. So here they just give you some examples so that you can look at the difference. Oh, this is the fi'il and this is the masdar. Okay, so far, any questions? We have not gone into the details. How do you form a masdar? All right. Okay, now we look at the qa'idah. Al-qa'idah. Okay. What is masdar? They say al-masdar ismun. This is important. Masdar is a noun. Masdar is an isim. It's not a verb. It is an isim. Min lafzil fi'il. From the fi'il. From the lafz here is referring to the word. From the word of the fi'il. So it means that masdar is taken from the fi'il. Yadullu ala hadas. And it tells about an action. This is the one that I mentioned earlier. Hadas. You must have an action. It must tell about an action. Hadas. Yadullu ala hadas mujarrad minaz zaman. Mujarrad minaz zaman, and it has no time. Mujarrad means it has no time, zaman. So that is why here I said that masdar is telling about the hadas, but it does not tell us anything about the time, zaman. So this is what it means. Wa kullu masdar, so we stop here, and then wa kullu masdar, and for each masdar, ma'nahu mislu ma'na fi'lihi. The meaning of the masdar is mislu. Mislu means similar. The ma'na of the fi'l, which means that sometimes you translate, the way you translate the masdar is similar to the way you translate the verb because they are coming from the same word. The difference is that masdar is a noun, fi'l is a verb. Okay, so this is what it means. غير أن الفعل, except that, غير أن, these two words, غير أن, except that, fi'l is a fi'l, fi'l is a verb, and masdar is an isim. Okay, masdar and isim, fi'l is a verb. Okay. So these are the examples that we have seen just now. In the examples here, they said, al-misal, sadaqa. Sadaqa, here, I have given you the word sadaqa. So sadaqa is a verb. And what about sidqun? Sidqun, this is the masdar. This is the noun. This is the verbal noun, masdar. And what are the meanings? What is the meaning of sid and what is the meaning of sadaqah? Here they said, ma'nahuma wahid. The meaning of both of them is one, similar, the same. So truthful, being truthful. So here, being truthful, to be a truthful person. So they have the same meaning. Walakin sadaqah fi'il, but sadaqah is a verb, and sidqun is an isim. Okay, so again, this is just to explain the difference between the masdar and the fi'il. Okay. Now, this is what is important. Starting from this number 2. Okay, point number 1 is just to give you the definition. Number 2, this is what we need to study, what we need to learn. Number 1, here they said wal masdaru, they said masdar is of 2 types, naw'an. So there are 2 types of masdar. Okay, there are 2 types of masdar. The first one, so this is the first one. It is called sama'iyah, or we say masdar sama'i. Sama'i means sama from the word sami'a, you hear. So sama'i means, how do you know the masdar of the word? You hear it from the Arab. But in grammar, when we say sama'i, which means we do not have any rule. There is no any qaida for that. Okay, you have to refer to the dictionary. That is what it means by sama'i. So every time you see this term, they say, oh, this is sama'i, which means that you have to refer to dictionary. Okay? Or you can simply ask your friend, your Arab friend. Okay, but the better way is of course refer. So here, sama'i, you need to refer to the dictionary. And number 2 is qiyasiyah or qiyasi. Qiyasi means you can have a rule. You can just qiyas. Qiyas means you compare. You compare to the existing one. You compare to the wazan. So it means that some masdar, you do not know what is the masdar unless you check in the dictionary. But for some others, you can simply use wazan. That is what we want, especially this number 2. This is what we want. We are going to do next in our next class. I will give you the wazan for the masdar, and then you form a word. Now it is the reverse process of what we have learned just now. Just now we learned the word, we find the masdar. So now we give you the masdar. You need to form a word. All right. So that is the next lesson, inshallah. So today we just finished. We will just finish until here. Okay. So these are the explanation of sama'i and qiyasi, just like what I explained just now. As-sama'i, what is sama'i or sama'iyah? You can remove this star, no problem. You say sama'i or sama'iyah. Here is ma la yumkinu, what is not possible. What? Not possible. Yumkinu, possible. Is something that is not possible. Ma'rifatuhu, to know. Ma'rifah. Illa except biruju'i ilal qamus, except by going back to dictionary. Ruju', you refer, except by referring to the qamus, to the dictionary, as I mentioned just now. What is the masdar? I don't know. Check in the dictionary. Or you memorize it. Walaysa laha qa'idatun, it says. And there is no for it. It has no, sorry. Laisa laha, it has. Laisa, no. So it has no. So these two words means it has no. It has no. It has no qa'idah. There is no rules. There is no rules. Sabitatun, a specific or fixed rules. There is no fixed rule. Tasiru alayha, that it will follow. So no specific rule, because you have to go to the dictionary. So for this type of wazan, it says mu'zamuha sulasi. Mu'zam means most of them are sulasi. You still remember the sulasi when we learn about fi'il sulasi, 3-letter fi'il. So here, when they say sulasi here, they are referring to sulasi mujarrad. If you still remember what is sulasi mujarrad, the 3-letter fi'il without any additional letters. Zahaba, qara'a, fa'ala, okay, la'iba. Only 3-letter fi'il. So for this 3-letter fi'il, if I ask you, what is the masdar? I don't know. Check in the dictionary. So we go to the dictionary, then we'll be able to find the masdar. So this is what it means. Again, 3-letter fi'il. There's no way we can find out the masdar except going back to the dictionary. So for example, these are the examples. For example, kataba, right? What is the masdar? Kitaba. So what is kitaba? Writing. So it is about writing. So writing is kitaba. Is there any rule how to change from kataba to kitaba? We don't know. Check in the dictionary. Number 2, la'iba. La'iba, play. La'iban is playing. It's referring to the action of play. So la'iban, la'ib. You can ignore this part, this tanwin. Ignore this one. We just take la'ib. La'ib. It looks similar, but the first one is fi'il, the second one is a noun, a masdar. Example number 3, kharaja, to exit. Khuruj, exit, but in the noun form. Khuruj, again, you can also remove this part. We just say khuruj. Khuruj, so khuruj. So for like the, like the tabligh people. Tabligh people, they have this concept of khuruj. They go out for how many days? For 40 days, for example. They call it khuruj. Yeah. So that is the masdar, and this is the fi'il. Okay, so again, for 3-letter fi'il, no way that we can know the masdar except we go to the dictionary. But for qiyasi, yeah, for qiyasi, this one, qiyasi, this is what we are going to learn. Here is ma yumkinu ma'rifatuhu, what is possible to know, min ghairi, without. Min ghairi, without. Two words means without. Min ghairi ruju', without referring to the dictionary. So without referring to the dictionary, you will be able to find out what is the masdar. So how do you do that? This is how you do that. Walaha awzanun khassa. Because why? It has special or specific wazan. So in the next lesson, we are going to learn the wazan for the masdar for all of the wazan fi'il of the fi'il that we have learned. You can look at all the wazan on your own, and in the next lesson, I will explain. Laha awzanun khasa tasiru alayha. It follows. That it will follow, that it can follow. Nah, right? So that is the wazan qiyasi. Nah, so what are the wazan? So here they just say al-masadirul qiyasiyya wa af'aluha. So the masadir, the second type of masadir, qiyasi, and the fi'il, yumkinu ma'rifatul masadir, possible. It is possible to know the masdar bitahwilil fi'il, by changing the fi'il. Ala nahwi tali, according to the following. According to the following, this one. According to this table. So if you look at this table, what we have here is waznul fi'il. So the same one that I have given you, right? Af'ala. And I have also given you the mudari'. Okay? So it is good if you can add the mudari' here. Af'ala, so in the lesson, they only provide you with madi. Af'ala, but they don't give you the mudari'. But I have given you the mudari'. Okay, the mudari' is also important. So it is good if you can have this. madi, and then mudari. What is mudari for af'ala? You refer to the previous note, so you write it here. Af'ala yuf'ilu. This is the masdar. This is the masdar. So if the fi'il is following the wazn af'ala, then the masdar should follow this if'al. For example, this is the example. Misal, for the example, fi'il ahsana, similar to af'ala. Then here you should put the mudari. We have the mudari. What is the mudari? Af'ala yuf'ilu ahsana yuhsinu. We have covered this in the previous lesson. This is the masdar. What is the masdar for ahsana? Ihsan. How do you know? You follow this wazn. Okay. So this is what inshallah we will cover in the next lesson about the masdar of the fi'il.